Hey there, welcome to the Lumiere channel. Welcome to the next major thing coming your way, the next major life change, the next sort of major big thing that's coming your way within the next probably 1 to 3 months, somewhere there. Something that's brewing for you. I am going for good things, okay? I'm not trying to mess myself or you up. So we're going to be looking into what your next major life change is going to be, the next big thing that's coming to you. Something, something substantial, something that you maybe hold in high regard. We'll see what that is. So are you PAL 6? Are you PAL 1? Is your thing in PAL 7? Is your thing in PAL 8? The numbers and times to the timestamps are in the description box below. I do recommend watching your reading all the way to the end because a lot of pretty decent nuggets get thrown in towards the end. All right, thank you so much. I will see you in your pile. Hey there, pile 7. I was singing a song before coming into this reading. It was, I don't know what it's called, but it's by Shania Twain, and she's like, I think it's Gone and Done It. Maybe that's what the song is called. I guess I fell in love, gone and done it. Must have been the right one. I don't know the lyrics. Love gets me every time. Maybe that's what it's called. Love gets me every time. I don't know. You're gone and done it. I don't know the lyrics. Don't come for me for those. Number 7, we're gathered here today to look at your next major life change, your next big thing that's coming your way. We will be using the tarot, and we will also be using maybe some oracle cards to see what sort of wants to be used here. Gone and done it. Guess I fell in love. Gone and done it. Lucky number 7. It's been a hot minute since I've read for PAL 7, so this is very interesting. You have a lot of reversals. You have the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, all in reverse. Then you have the Tower and the Ace of Pentacles. Excuse me, the Tower is also in reverse. And in the upright showing up here are the 3 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. The song Gone and Done It is like, oh shoot, I did it again, right? It's like, dang it, this thing that I always try to avoid still gets me. Because she goes, love gets me every time. My heart's something, da 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 da. Gone and done it, gone and done it. I guess I fell in love. Poor thing. My heart goes out to her in that song, man. She didn't want to. What's the point? I feel like it's kind of crazy that I left you at 6 cards instead of picking up a 7th, but I feel like there's something that you luck out on. I feel like you actually, the next major life change or the next sort of big thing for you is you missing something. I feel like with the Tower here, it feels like somebody is in the tower, they're in the tower, they're living in the tower, this is what it is, and then they go, oh shoot, let me run to the store, or let me run to the market, let me run to the streets, let me run to the car. And then like a meteor hits the house and destroys the house. And the tower, it destroys like the castle. Castle and a car. What kind of life is that? Anyway, and it's like you dodged a bullet. Dodged a bullet. I feel like the next major thing for you is you're dodging a bullet. I feel like, I don't know, this is something that I think, well, I don't know if you wanted this thing or what, but either way, whichever way that goes for you, you're sad about it. Like, you're sad over the fact that you dodged this bullet. Like, you're sad over the bullet. You know what I mean? Like, dang, it's like, yay, your life was saved, but damn, the tower, you guys, the house, you know, like, ah. But what I'm actually getting here is also, if it's not that, it's almost like you're sad over your knowing that this wasn't right for you anyway. This feels like, let's say love, right? Let's say this is love. Let's say you rekindle with someone, you reconcile with someone, or you meet someone, you start dating someone, right? It's a new opportunity, it's a new person, or a resurgence with an old one, whatever. And you're like, oh my gosh, gone and done it. I think I fell in love. Maybe you're like, okay, this could be a thing. And maybe you meet the person and you talk to them and you just get that feeling in your being that this isn't right. This person isn't for you. And it's like that sadness of like, dang, but the house, you know, dang, I wish it had been for me. Like, that would have been nice. I'm sad it wasn't for me. It's something like that. It's like you're sad about the bullet. I just feel like here, your higher being or your greater self won't let you not be great. It just won't. It won't let you not be great. Like, no, baby, like, we're not trying to have you get hit by bullets. Like, it's like someone being sad over not being pregnant outside of a situation that they would not even want to be pregnant in. Like, you know, like, oh, I'm not pregnant. It's like, oh, dang, I really wanted a baby, but like, that ain't even like your man. That's not your nobody. But maybe like you want a baby, right? Like, you want kids. And you're sad over the bullet that you've been dodged. It's that kind of energy. Please don't get bogged down by, I can't have no babies. I don't want no babies. Okay, but get the essence of what I'm trying to say. That's an example of like the feeling that I'm getting here, where you've dodged a bullet. That person isn't even your person, or you and this person aren't even in any way committed, or you don't even know that person well enough to, like, whatever the case may be. Like, that's not the situation that would be ideal to sort of have a baby, but it's like, I want a baby. It's kind of like those feelings. It's complicated. That's really what I'm getting here in terms of the next sort of big major life change, or just the next big thing that's happening for you. It's you dodging something that it's good that you dodged it, but it kind of also has a bittersweetness to it, of like a bitterness to it. It's bittersweet dodging. That's kind of like this lady in the song. She's like, love gets me every time. I done, gone and done it. Like, damn it. Like, it got me. Except it's kind of the reverse. This is where she gets hit by the bullet. But she didn't want to get hit by the bullet. And it's like, rats. I got hit by the bullet. Dang it. Cupid's arrow struck me. It's very interesting. I mean, could it be here that, I feel like, I don't know, maybe for you that's what's next, right? What's next after this thing could be you dodged the wrong bullet, you dodged the right bullet, and you sort of nudge into meet cute style the right bullet. Right, like it frees you up for the thing that actually makes more sense for you. Love gets me every time. My heart's something. Gone and done it. Gone and done it. I guess I fell in love. Gone and done it. Excellent. Release your ex. Okay, let's get into it. Look. This is that meet cute. Listen, if you're new or you've been around, you just need to be reminded or to be told that spirit lives in the house of Lumiere. Spirit dwells in the illumination. Okay? The next big thing is something that feels right. So I'll say this. I think you are dodging a bullet. Like, for sure. There's something here that you're like, No, like your being has refused, your being has said no to it. And that's a good thing. Like you've accepted that it's not what you want. You've accepted that feeling, as opposed to sometimes what we can do, which is push away that feeling and try to make things work, right? I feel like a huge thing here is you've listened to your inner stillness that's been kind of rattled in a way that doesn't feel good. It doesn't have to be in a big way, just in a way where you kind of like your heart sinks and you kind of go, this isn't right for me. Like, I know this isn't the person for me. This isn't the moment for me. This isn't whatever this thing is for you. And it sucks, but it's the right thing, right? Like, it's just not for you. And I'm seeing in my head that whole thing. I said meet cute because in my head, I'm seeing someone literally like dodge something. And in order to dodge something, your body has to move, right? It's sort of like concaves. Yeah, the body is sort of in my head. Concaves. Well, that's a convex. It's kind of like, it's like this bullet is coming through and you're like, whoa, whoa. And you kind of pivot and turn. And in that pivot and turn, oh, excuse me. Oh. Right? You bump into something that's a lot more just matched for you. That is matched for you. A circumstance, a situation that wakes you up and gets you up and revitalizes you and makes you feel like this is what makes sense. So I love that. I love that we shuffled and the 7th card, of course, Pel7, came up to be soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. To me, soulmate is an energy where there is a sense of belonging. Can there be soulmates that come in and mess your life up? Whether or not there's a sense of belonging or not, it is what it is. But there is usually a sense of connection, belonging, being drawn together to something that is soulmate related, whether it's friendship or even like animals. When you look at an animal in the shelter and you're like, that one, I want that one. Or, you know, if you're doing adoption processes and you say, I want that baby, that's the one that makes sense. Like, we feel it. Or when you're going for a house hunting or apartment hunting, you're like, this is the one. That kind of like, alignment. So the next big thing for you is dodging a bullet, first and foremost. It's just weird that Spirit wanted that to be known. But I think it's just Spirit kind of saying, like, this is really important for you to accept and see and honor your inklings, your thoughts about this thing, like your thought about this thing not working out. I think it's time for you to really honor that and really like have that sink in you, because you don't need to go through that again. For some of you, you just don't need to go through those feelings or that journey again. Like, that's for the birds. This space, nothing in this space will offer you what you are looking for. Time to get up and go. Shut up. Oh, fuck. Shut up and drive. Oh, there's a bug. Oh, God. And I know it just heard me freak out about it. It heard the voice intonation change and I was trying to hide. Motherfucker, why'd you let me see you, you dumb bitch? Fuck. Anyway. Oh, back to your reading number 7. I don't like bugs. It's one of those like house millipedes. Like, it's got 17 legs. You know what I mean? Like, oh, where is it? Oh, it's hiding behind the thing. Baby girl, I didn't know. I didn't want to see that shit. I hate bugs. And ultimately, after going through that process of, you know, really hearing yourself and moving in your thoughts and moving out of just the position that you've been in, where you've been looking for emotional validation, where you've been looking for gifts, maybe it's the same field or area. I hate bugs, you guys, I hate bugs. You've been looking in the same area, you've been looking in the same field. It's kind of like you're plucking yourself up fully from that and going elsewhere. This could be someone who, if it's dating, right, this is like the essence of like leaving the apps alone and going out more to the bars or the clubs or activities to meet people, right? This is you telling people in your life that you're single and you're looking. I don't know. Like doing something different. Like, you're plucking yourself from one thing and going into another. This could be you going from not doing anything about love, revisiting old lovers, or sitting at home doing whatever, and actually putting yourself out there and going on the apps and doing the different thing of doing that. It could also be, being, I don't think you're staying in the same space. There's something that is actually pretty like big about you moving out of a space that you're in and moving into a different space. Like you're getting up. Four of Cups in reverse, you're getting up and leaving that emotionally. Yeah, it could be in your head. I really do feel like, granted, it is in your head. It is in your head, it is in your heart that you're changing environments completely. Like your perspective has changed. Like you've changed. You're changing how you're looking at how you're doing what you're doing. And being more aligned in a certain kind of way in your thinking. So your life is changing. Like, wow, real shit. And I'm seeing the Four of Swords here in reverse, where it's like you're no longer in those catacombs resting or sitting. You're getting up and getting out of the catacombs. Like in both cases, there's just a scenario here of leaving a place. Granted, it's swords and cups. That's like emotional, mental. But it does take place in tangible as well with this Ace of Pentacles. And also with this Three of Wands in reverse, right? This is saying, I'm done here. Like, I'm clocking out and I'm just not coming back. I'm going to go to a different field. I'm going to try something different. Yeah. So this could be in your thoughts, but I do feel like fundamentally, which is crazy because literally no major arcana show up here except the Tower, which is pretty fucking big. Whether it's in the reverse or the upright, I do just feel like, even with the early example of how we opened up this reading, you're leaving, that homestead, that base, to go out and do something else, to get something, or just by happenstance you're being moved. And that movement gets you out into a certain, bullet dodging situation. So either way, I do think that you are changing something about your environment. Definitely your mental environment, your heart space. Yeah, but boy, oh boy, it's good to know, yeah. Soulmate. This is nice. I wish you everything, 1717, pile 7. I'll see you next time. In the comments below, leave the word soulmate. Or words soulmate. In the comments, so I know you reached this far in the reading, because we really kind of had a few nuggets towards the end there. I wish you everything. I'll see you in the comments. Keep your light on and good luck. And if you'd like a personal reading, come through. Bye-bye. Oh, I will say, there is something here about, like, the song is still in my head, yeah? It could be, especially with that soulmate coming up, and that coming up as, like, an after effect of you going through, like, the thing. It almost feels like, yeah, you, like, oops. So it could be the thing that you're sort of rejecting, the thing that you're dodging, the thing that you're evading. It really is. I mean, I've sort of already said this before, but you're getting that same thing, but in a different way, and a better way that's more aligned. It almost feels like if you reject someone, here's how I'm seeing it in my head, right? I'm going to go back to love. It's not love, but I want you to take the idea of it, right? It could be love. I don't know. You could go, or let's say it's a job, right? Let's say you're in a job and the job says, hey, we want to promote you. It won't be a lot of pay, but it'll be this much pay and you'll have all these responsibilities and XYZ. And you kind of go, no, I'm tired. I think I'm okay. I'll stay at where I'm at. All those responsibilities don't kind of make sense for what I'm getting. And quite frankly, like, I don't want all that work anyway. And you kind of go home and you're like, wow, I actually said no to that because, like, I'm tired. I don't really feel like doing more in the job than I really need to. I just don't want to do it. And you saying no to that, you maybe end up going home and you're on your computer or your phone. And then you get, like, an email, an opportunity for a higher paying job with hours that make sense, responsibilities that make sense, that feel good to you. And you're like, oh my God, absolutely, yes. And it's a higher position. And so it's like saying no to something, refusing it, and kind of being like, wow, I guess that's where I'm at in life right now. Like, oh, okay. And then you say yes to, like, the other thing, but that's because that thing was more aligned, Same thing with, like, love, right? Now that I've given a career example, it's sort of like, you are seeing someone or whomever, whatever, they propose taking things further, and you kind of go, hey, I'm not really feeling that way. I'm feeling non-committal or whatever. And, you know, and you feel sad about yourself. You're like, oh man, like I didn't know that's where I was, but that's where I'm at. And then, you know, you're on your way home and you meet somebody and you're like, actually, this feels right. That didn't feel right, but this feels right with this person in this moment in this way. Something like that. Even in health, it could be, you know, maybe there's a specific diet plan that you're like, you know what, I don't think so. I don't think I can do it. And then you find out a different way to like cook a certain thing and you're like, this feels better for me. You just never know, right? I wish you everything. Keep your light on. This is me actually saying goodbye. I wanted to get those little details to you. Bye. Hey there, Paul 1. Oh, Knight of Wands in reverse. What's the next major change coming towards you? What's the next big thing coming towards you? Of course, I am leaning more so towards the positive. I'm not trying to mess myself up or you. So what is the next major thing coming towards Paul 1? What is the next big thing coming towards my Paul 1s? Paul 1, it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute since I've played with you. But I always have an idea of what this is going to be about. But I'm not going to say it. If you pick Paul 1 consistently on this channel, you know what that's about. You know what I'd say. Because we talk about this all the time. Paul 1, I want you to know that as I've been shuffling, your cards have been flipping before they land. Let's both remember that and see how that plays into the message. We have the Death in reverse. That was in the upright. The Lovers in reverse. That was in the upright. And we have the Two of Pentacles, Facts, and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. That was, I think, one of the first ones that was doing the same thing. So here's the thing that I'm getting for you. Here's the thing, Paul 1, you never disappoint. You never disappoint. My tools have their own energy. My numbers have their own energy, and it is hilarious to see the energies that come up. And consistently, over time, whenever that number has come to play in any given pick a card that I'm kind of doing, you kind of know what it's about. Paul 1, you did not disappoint because you stayed true to who you are and what you are about. This is about you, Paul 1. It always is about you, Paul 1. It's always about you, Paul 1. It's always about number 1 when we're dealing with Paul 1. That's you. You are the deciding factor between finding love, finding connection, making the choices that you need to make in your life that you want. You are the deciding factor. Death, you are the deciding factors between what ends and what begins in your life. What you give light to is what will grow. That's what it is. And that's good news because you get to decide, what do you want? I feel like you don't want a lot of things. And I feel like the next big thing is you discovering that you don't want this shit. There's some things that you just don't want. Like, you think you've been juggling. And so for some of you, maybe you do know. I'm going to say a bunch of stories. Like I said, listen till the end because a lot of stuff comes out when I read. You want the things that have always drawn you no longer draw you. Whether it's because you've changed as a person, basically. Look, because I could have gone into whether it's because of this, that, but at the end of the day, you've changed as a person. Your desires have changed as a person. What used to scintillate you, what used to capture you has changed. And so this indecisive mode that you may have been in, what do I commit to, what do I not? I'm doing all of these things here. What is the thing that speaks to you the most? What is the thing that feels good to you the most? This feels like you plan, and God laughs. But you still plan because you're pal number 1, right? You're still an energy that wants to have a plan for yourself. You're still an energy that wants to look out for yourself because, hello, pal 1. But when your best laid plans are thwarted, the best you can do is hold on to some semblance of schedule. I get that intimately. Shout out to all my Libras at this particular point in time. Listen, pal 1, the next major life change happening for you is you get to decide. And the best way for you to decide is in choosing the thing that you want. What do you want? And the nice thing is for you to take your time. Because I think for you to rebuild, and there's going to be a second story, I think, to this. for you to build, to get to the point of rebuilding and reconnecting with you and what you want as a you person now, not as what you used to want as a you person last week or last month or last year, because you've been through enough that has changed you. And of course, motherfucker, the things that you like would change. I don't call everybody motherfucker, but sometimes it slips out. I'll call everybody girl. I don't call everybody motherfucker. Oh, Power One. Go ahead and comment motherfucker. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. Power One, it's love here. I love reading for Power One. I get excited when I see Power One because these are my people. These are I'm looking out for number ones. These are these self-focused people who, it's about time. It's about damn time. It's about time. I'm surprised the Four of Cups didn't come out because I'm kind of feeling it. If you've been drawn to any other pile, feel free to definitely go check that pile out. Pile one, you get to do what you want to do. Yeah. You get to do what you want to do. You get to choose. And I feel like you haven't been choosing. Because maybe you've been operating off of an old operating system. Now, for my pile ones, that second story here, but again, really, layers, right? I read in layers. The shit's there. What I'm also seeing here is you as a pile one person, your next big thing coming your way, right? Your next major life change coming your way is taking time. There are delays. And you are doing the best that you can to hold the dream and also do the things in reality that just need to get done as the things that you want are at fucking TSA. Like, are in tow. They're in transit. They're in the sky. You hear that plane? They're on their way. I feel like somehow one person out there needs to know that it's coming. It's stopping. Things will move. Things will fit. Things will feel right. It's just taking some time. And I do feel like some pile ones just need to hear that. That this is what really it is. It's just taking time. And that's the next big thing coming your way, is that these things are merely taking time. That first story is something that for this pile one, for the second story, I would encourage you to sort of really give credence to. What are some things that you're continuing to sort of hold on to for old time's sake? Right? Certain habits, certain wishes, certain dreams, certain ideas that you've been holding on to because why? It makes you feel like a good person. It makes you feel like a participating member of society. It makes you feel like XYZ. Like, why are you holding on to those things? And if so, do they still matter to you? Like, are you holding on to them for you reasons? Or what? If you can justify holding on to something, if you can justify it and go, no, it is important to me, and you feel it in your chest, then great. Good. This is really about you reevaluating each thing, each belief, each value, each dream that you've had, and really just come clean with yourself and allow yourself to go there with yourself. Because that'll help feed the thing that is yours to come into fruition. The things that need to be stripped away from you, for them to be stripped away from you easier. You know when you have to go to the toilet to do a number 2, and it's like a smooth bowel movement. Like, it's just bloop, 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 bloop. You're done. No pushing, no nothing. Because you got that fiber, you got that water, you got the hydration. Like, you're good. That's what it is. You got that movement. Like, you've been moving your bowels. Like, or just moving your body in such a way that it's just right in your bowels. I'm getting that, baby. Like, things that need to leave will leave because you've done the things that you need to do. Like, you've dug deep. What? You've done the things. So do the things. The next big thing coming your way is for some of you saying fuck it, and that being huge. For others of you saying, okay, things are coming, it's just gonna take a little bit more time than I thought or whatever, and I'm gonna keep doing what I need to do because it's coming. Maybe you're looking in the wrong direction, but really, I don't even think it's your business to really look, because these things are coming. I don't think you have, you have power in this situation for it to come smoothly. But for some of you that you know that this stuff is delayed, there's definitely I forgot what my train of thought was, but anyway, for a fair number of you in this pile, or whomever you are, if there's some things that you do realize, Nine of Wands comes out again. Now he's in the upright. He was in the reverse before. He's in the upright movement. Fuck yeah! Come on! Spirit lives in the house of Lumiere. The illumination is talking. They hang out. Spirit hangs out here. Movement. Do 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 do. Boom. Follow your joy, right? So as you're waiting for these things to come into fruition, because things are coming into fruition and also things are leaving your life, right? Follow what feels good. Little by little, follow those things that feel good. Keep doing the daily tasks. Keep doing the things that you got to do. Hold the dream. Don't hold it too tightly now. You need the bowel move, all right? But you're about to, things are, I don't even know how to speak right now. Things are going to be moving for you. You will move them. We're talking about bowel movements and stuff. It's real. This is real. You will be moving. Especially the more you care for yourself. Hydrate yourself in a way that makes sense. Move your body in ways that make sense. Take care of yourself. And things will be coming your way. The Empress. This also wanted to flip. For abundance is coming your way. Part 1, and the Emperor. Listen. You want to talk about the lovers? You want to talk about the angel in between? You want to talk about the Emperor and the Empress and the Knight of Wands, that passion, that movement, that creativity? I don't know what this thing is about, Pile 1. I think it's about your dreams becoming a reality. It could be about the things that you've been wishing for, the kind of life that you've been wishing for, your thoughts, your dreams, your emotional space, things that you've been wanting. Abundance is in here with the Empress. Hello. Love that for you. The next big thing that's coming your way is the things that you've been wanting, the things that feel delayed. For some of you, they are still delayed, but it's a gift in you knowing that they are delayed, because it's sort of helping you get into place for what you need, for what's coming, for you to be at the place that you can handle what's coming, because it's huge. These are majors. I don't take majors lightly. This is huge energy. Major energy is years to months. Months to years, right? So once the decisions have been made, once the stuff has left your life, your life will be fundamentally changed. Abundance. The Venus is here. The Empress is here. It's so crazy. I was flipping through the cards while talking to you at some point, and I saw the Three of Cups, which is, okay, cute, but the Empress is better. I don't know what I've said this whole reading. I feel like I know, but I haven't. There's tangible changes coming in your life, palpable changes coming in your life, and they're coming soon. They have been delayed, or they are still a little delayed, but when you sort of take a little bit more time to, big things popping, little things stopping, right? Things that you've held on to, maybe you used to be more frugal and now you're just letting a little bit looser. That's a habit that you're moving through. Maybe you used to be a lot more spendthrifty and now you're maybe becoming a little bit more careful with your money. Maybe you used to put whatever you wanted in your body, baby, and now you're being a little bit more careful about what you put in your body. Maybe you used to be way too careful with what you put in your body. Now you're going for treats and it feels good. You're looking good. those little things, like there's things that you are letting go of in your world, habits, how you feel about stuff, the things you've wanted. Maybe for some of you, you've always wanted to be married and now you're kind of like, meh. Maybe for some of you, never wanted kids and now you're like, nah, I want kids. I want that. Maybe for some of you, you've always said, I'm gonna die in this town. I was born in this town. And you're kind of like, actually, I think I could move countries. Right? Maybe the type of jobs that you apply to, the type of people that you date, or the way you interact with people, you're just kind of going, I think I'm ready for a change. Whatever that change looks like. That's good. Follow the joy, follow your joy, follow those little inklings and see where they take you. I don't know if this is about you taking big leaps or anything, but there's some fundamental things that you need to do in your world, fundamental ways that you need to move. And only you can know what those are unless you're working with a coach, which I highly recommend. But regardless, you're moving through certain things and those things are helping prepare you for the big life phase that is coming your way, which is a choice that you make based off of the choices that you made. And from what I'm seeing here, this is fucking good, man. Like, the Lovers, that's chill. The Empress, that's awesome. When is the Empress wrong? Like, when is the Empress a bad thing? Okay, the Emperor popping out. I like the Knight of Wands. That's following your passion, following your joy, following what feels good, following creativity. Like, hello, like, buddy, I love that for you. Trust. Ooh, trust. This is for that second number one, the one that has been waiting, the one that has been feeling like they're stuck in a rut, the one that things have been delayed for a while and they're like, yo, I don't know if I am gonna get what I want. Like, is it even worth it? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Trust it. Trust your desires. Trust that you have desires. I'd say, if anything, detach from your desires. That would be best. Detach from the specific things and the specific ways and instead look at your world, focus on you, and see what feels good in the moment. Would it feel better to have a clean environment around you, to have a clean home? Focus on that a little bit. Would it feel better to change your hair and do something completely different to it? That feels good. That validates you being worth something. Then do that. I don't know what it is for you, Pawan. In whichever camp you fall, or both of the camps, but this situation is calling for you to have faith because things are coming. They're just delayed. They have been delayed. I think for most of you, that's just what you needed to hear. Like, it is coming. They are coming. You are making these choices bit by bit. And if you're watching this, make those choices more. Be cognizant of, this doesn't feel good. I don't feel good. Let me choose what would feel good in this space. What would feel good right now? And go from there. It's not easy. It really isn't easy. Big things popping, little things stopping. If you can get some of that stuff going now, you'll be a lot more prepared once that Knight of Wands energy hits you, which it's hitting you sooner than you know. I wish you everything. This is exciting. I love reading for Pawan. Like, real talk, it's always a blast. I love reading for you. Whatever it is, whatever they are, it's a phase of life. It's coming. It's coming. And who you used to be and what you used to want, it's not what you want today anymore. And I think allow yourself to feel what that feels like, to allow yourself to not want what you wanted once upon a time. It doesn't mean you have to, you know, like, there's things that I've met myself halfway and I've gone, okay, I don't think I feel this way about this thing anymore. And it's super scary because it's something that I still want, or at the very least something that I still want to want. And when I have sort of acquiesced to that feeling and gone, this doesn't feel as good to me anymore, and kind of felt into that space of just admitting or accepting that there's a part of me that feels some type of way, honestly, it spurred me in the direction of what I need to do next to get me to what I actually want. And sometimes it is the exact same thing that I had to let go of. because a part of me that just needed to admit that some part of it I didn't want. It's the weirdest thing, but it's such a real thing. Do it and you'll see how your life is just kind of a bit different. We gotta live the life that we need to live. And in tandem with our thoughts and our wishes and our desires, and taking tangible physical steps that are a manifestation, a walking manifestation of the things that we want for ourselves. Wish you everything, my guy. Bye. Hey, pause 6. Pause 6. What is the next big thing coming your way? What is the next major life change? I'm only going for good things here. Okay, I'm not really not trying to mess myself up. I'm not trying to mess you up. I'm not trying to screw my zeit over. And so far, these reads have been really, really beautiful. It's kind of sedated. I wanna know, can you show me? I wanna know about these strangers like me. Tell me more, please show me. Something's familiar about these strangers like me. Oh, I said sedated. I wanna know. Doom, 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 doom. I saw the Devil and the Queen of Pentacles. You're being released from things that you we're done. You're being released from things that are done. Something's familiar about these strangers like me. Tell me more. Please show me. I wanna know about these strangers like me. That is a song from Tarzan. Tarzan is a story. Well, I don't want to tell you a story about Tarzan. You really should watch it. There's a couple Tarzans that are really good. I like the live action Tarzan that came out recently. It had the hot Skarsgård in it. Oh, he's so hot. And he's just this like beast man. And I just want him. Yes, please. Lusting after that man aside, you have the Magician in reverse, the Tower, and the King of Swords in reverse. I wanna know. Can you show me? I wanna know about these strangers like me. Tell me more. Please show me. Something's familiar about these strangers like me. In the deck was the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil. There's something you've been attached to, something that just wasn't good for you anymore, something that wasn't for you anymore. And it feels a little unfortunate. It does. I mean, any shakeup really, it sucks, especially when it feels like it happens out of the blue, or even if it was planned for and it happens, it's still scary. And I'm hoping that energy that I'm picking up is what has already happened, right? It could have been a source of giving, a source of income, a source of something that was providing for you that you've moved away from, for whatever reason, or has been moved away from you. And it's just kind of like a life change that is kind of like, oh my God, it's scary. This song, Strangers Like Me, is about like, it's kind of the moment where, baby girl, I call everybody girl, if you really haven't seen Tarzan, you gotta go see the animated Disney movie. It's so good, it's so pretty. Tarzan was a lot of people's crushes. He's definitely like that vibe, love it. But in that song in particular, like Tarzan grew up with apes, or I don't know the correct term. He grew up with animals, okay, in the wild. And then one day he meets people that look like him. He is no longer alone in the world. Not to say that he didn't have company, not to say that he didn't have people that he fraternized with. And by people, I mean like the monkeys, baboons. Girl, I call everybody girl. I am not a monkey scientist. I don't know the right words for them. Is it baboons? I don't know. The creatures. The animals. It's not like he didn't have company. He was just out of sorts. He was always the odd one out. And he knew that. He just thought he was a runt. But he was a whole different species. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Just fucking being a whole different species. And you're trying to fit in. I'm sorry, that shit's hilarious. I am so tickled by the ridiculousness of that. You trying to fit in what? You don't even go here. Like, you what? It's like those cats that think they're dogs. I don't know if there's a dog that think it's a cat, but I know there's dogs that used to be small, right, as a puppy. And then they grow up to be big boys or girls. And they want to do things that they used to do as a puppy. Baby boy, you grown now. You big. You finna choke somebody with your body weight. Like, you're not a puppy no more. But at least it's the same species. But it's just kind of the same ridiculousness. Like, it's really tickling me. Anyway, the next big thing for you, the next major life change for you, Pal 6, is sort of that. Like, it's sort of realizing, I'm going to shuffle more cards because these cards are giving me so many tickles, like I can't focus. It's where you meet new people, new world. Holy shit, these are all majors. This is the Magician major, the Tower major, the King, the Court card. Who even is that? Meeting new ways of thinking. If you're the King of Swords, I don't think you're the King of Swords. I think the King of Swords is someone in your life that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, but somehow they do make sense. It's someone that you wouldn't have thought of, someone that you wouldn't normally mingle with, and yet there you freaking are. Out of fucking sorts. How did I get here? And that's a good thing. I need to shuffle for more. What the heck? Spirit, can you tell me more about the next big thing? This is wild. Strangers like you. I think the people, right? The devil is sort of people, ways. The Queen of Pentacles is people. The lovers. Major. Woo! This reading did not disappoint. Every pile has had majors, okay? 2 of these were in 2 other piles. So if you feel like you want to go to another pile, if it's been calling you, you can. Let's finish up here, though. I want to know, can you show me? I want to know about these strangers like me. Tell me more, please show me. Something's familiar about these strangers like me. 6 is about balance, and 6 does not disappoint. 6 always gives me weird ass readings. Every time someone was like, you're a bad reader, it was always on pile 6. I always did not like reading for pile 6. And here we are. I'm not surprised if I get that comment, as it's gonna be for pile 6. All you're doing is saying, laughing, and you ain't doing the reading. Do the reading. I am. It's part of the reading. Like, it's gonna be funny how you get along with situations and scenarios and people, connections and places that you just never fucking thought about. Period. This is reminds me of the movie Cabrini. If you didn't see it, you should see it. It's so good. Cabrini, I will tell you about that one, is about a woman. She's a nun. And she has a vision of having a school. She is the patron saint of immigrants now. She was sanctified. And there's a scene in the movie where some character says, you're like a nun who's protecting a prostitute who's protecting a boy that just shot a pimp. Like, what is a nun doing in that situation? Like, what? Huh? And yet that was the situation she truly felt she belonged in, right? Like, that was her life. That was what her mission was to her and to herself, to get her point across. It just feels so out of sorts, like 6. About 6, you're a whole alien. You're pulling some alien shit. Like, you're doing some wild stuff, because even Cabrini is also about a story about a nun that has no business, because it's a nun. Nobody thinks of nuns chatting it up, shooting the shit with prostitutes. You know, like, that's not the way that someone's mind would go. It makes complete sense, but it's not where someone's mind would go. It's very foreign. It's a foreign concept. It's weird. It's not the same species. What? Same with Tarzan. But the way he says it, really, even in the song title, strangers like me, like, these are strange. These are people, places, scenarios that are not my norm. I didn't grow up in these things. I didn't grow up attached to these ways. I didn't grow up here. I didn't have this, like, thing in me. I'm from somewhere else, man. And yet, these strangers, they look like me. They sound like me. They feel like me. This makes sense. I'm not saying that you're somebody who's felt out of sorts in the world. You may have been feeling out of sorts recently. You may have been feeling your life is kind of boring, doesn't make sense, or you're not in the right blah, blah, blah. Maybe you left a situation recently, or you've been recovering since you left a certain situation, or you've been recovering since some event or something in your life, and you're still moving through that. And then you enter into a space, the next big thing that's coming your way, a space of union, a space where you meet strangers like you. People who are like you, people who make sense for you, scenarios, places that make more sense for you, and this tower becomes a massive blessing. Why is the magician reversed? Because you couldn't have you've conjured wanting, Tarzan did not conjure up people. He just felt like a runt. He felt like he was out of sorts. He felt hairless. He felt weak. He was down on himself. In that energy, he would never have ever manifested or dreamed of meeting others like him. What he was trying to do was make himself better, himself to fit the environment he was in. Meanwhile, motherfucker, you a whole alien ass. Like, you the wrong species, girl. I call everybody girl. Even Tarzan, especially Tarzan. Beautiful hair. Messy, but beautiful. Cabrini, she wanted to be doing things in Europe. She wanted to be over in her homeland, doing the thing there, and she was thrusted into a situation that she could have never or even desired to conjure up. And yet there she was, and that was the place for her. Hanging out with prostitutes and all this stuff and doing the damn thing with the damn thing. She could have never conjured it up. But it took a tower. Okay? It took a tower to take Tarzan to see the people who were like him. It took a tower for Cabrini to do the thing that she had to do, and she ended up fucking owning shit. She's a whole saint now, sanctified. She was a boss ass bitch though. Like, listen. Watch that movie. That was a really good movie. It took a tower to change the thinking of the person, to change the world of the person. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know. Period. And when certain things happen, it takes us to what is more fitting for us. And let the church say, amen. Listen, to all the people that stayed throughout all the laughing that Spirit was tickling me with, I have never thought of it like that. He really trying to fit in a place that he was never born to fit into. Baby girl, what's worth waiting for? Nah, we getting up and we going. It's not about you trying to fit in and where you're at. It's not about you trying to fit in and where you're at. It's not about you trying to fit in with where you're at, trying to make where you're at work. It's not. This is out of your hands. This is Spirit coming in to give you a little noogie to put you in the places where you need to be. And some of those ways can be hard. Some of those ways may have been hard. Some of those things that have happened to you, that you've experienced, the experiences that you've had, the interactions, the life path that has led to certain things, it's not easy, right? It's really not, and I'm not even gonna hold you on that. This tower sucks. The tower sucks. But those things have been shunting you into divine. Like, this is how Spirit had to get you there. There's a deck, it's the Enchanted Map deck by Colette Baron Reed. The Storm Clouds, card number 9. It's a 6 number 9. It has a message in there where it says, sometimes it takes a storm to scatter the seeds in our garden to where they need to grow. So that's for whomever needed to hear that. Because it sucked for Cabrini. She was a real person who was a real person who was a real person. And it sucked that she kept getting shut down and shut down and shut down and shut down and shut down, but she didn't give up. She kept on taking what she was given and going, okay, bet, and weaving it through. Okay, bet, and weaving it through. Okay, bet, and weaving it through. And the divine was guiding her to where she needed to go. Where she was actually needed. And she did accomplish her mission, but on a larger scale. Larger scale. The same mission in a way that she could have never dreamed. But it was still a part of her dream. Anyway, yeah, worth waiting for. There's nothing for you to wait for. Spirit's got this. Your next major life change is pretty big. Pretty big. If you're like a personal reading, come through. I wish you everything. I really do. That reading was wild. Thank you for being patient for how the message needed to come through. I appreciate it. And we have the Queen of Swords here. Counterparts. Look at that. I love that because that was the Lovers, right? I love that. This is awesome. Your next big thing is you're finding community. You're finding something that makes more sense. You're making a choice, or the choice is making you, or you're finding yourself in a choice place that is right for you. However way that floats. Wish you everything. Keep your light on. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. Bye. Hey, Pal 8. Pal 8, what is the next big thing coming your way? What is the next big thing coming your way? What is the next major life change coming your way? Change. Strange. Someone might be having a one-night stand. Oh. That maybe leads to something more. Oh, wow. But we'll get to the rest of the reading. These cards wanted to sort of be... You can't see them. These cards wanted to sort of be in the protection in the reverse. These two. I think you're doing something that goes against your better judgment, but is for your better judgment. I really want a pastry. Oh man, I really want something sweet, like a soft... Pastry is like a sweet bread, basically, right? Like, I want that. I want that in my mouth. I don't know how to get that. I could go to the store, but I don't really want to do that. I have some cheesecake in the fridge, but it's old, girl. It's old. I call everybody girl. Oh, maybe I should. Listen, that cheesecake relates to your story here. Yesterday I had a tummy ache because I'd eaten an old pastry that was in my fridge. I didn't realize how many days it had been in there. And then afterwards I had some cheesecake that had been, it was even older than that pastry. I don't think the cheesecake messed me up. And that's where this comes in. If you do something out of character, if you have done something out of character, I think it's important for you to know that I think it was okay. Because I don't actually think it was as out of character. It was out of character, but I almost feel like it came from something in you that needed to be done. And you doing that thing out of character sort of proves that you have shifted in some way. The next major life change for some of you is someone who was timid, shy, and whatever has thought long and hard about you and is coming to invest in you. Or someone who has been needing someone like you, the services that you offer, is coming to invest in you or to at least offer you something. If you've been offered an opportunity by someone in the field, or you are looking for an opportunity for help in your business, in your career, there could be an opportunity coming or an opportunity that has arrived, and I think you're advised to take a look at it. You may decide whether you want to commit or not, but I think you're advised to definitely look at what they can offer or what can be offered to you. 010111. Because I think you've got about as far as you can go by yourself without the co-creating force of other people and their journey in what they've done. For others of you, this is about you getting help, especially if you own your own business. It's time for you to start getting some help in the way of either training somebody to do certain things so that they're doing those things while you're focusing on something else. But yeah, I think there's something here about someone coming to invest in you and what you've got going on, or you getting like a raise of some sort, or you seeking help and finding a good match for that, someone that can help, and someone that when they come and help, you'll be able to focus more on the things that you need mastery in, or the things that you have mastery in, or just to continue working more closely in your zone of genius as opposed to doing all the things. So if you're thinking about hiring, hire, right? If you're in a department and you think it might be worth for you to ask your boss and say, hey, I think we need someone in this X position that'll help us grow, I think that's going to be beneficial for you. There could be also here something where it's on the opposite, where you get to invest in something, where you get to invest in someone's business, a career, or you help someone with something that they need help with. This could be actually with money, right? Like with actual resources, or it could be with you lending your body. As in, do you doing like the physical labor, the physical work that they need that they may not be able to. I'm getting that might be for like a week or so. But yeah. If you are the helper in some situation, you're definitely equipped to do that. If you're someone who wants to apply for a higher position that makes more money, you can and should. And if you need to start at a lower position and work up, you can and should, but don't go so low. Like, do not lowball yourself, because I think you may get a higher position more than you thought. If it's not the high position, it's a higher position than the one that you think you would be hired for. I say aim a little bit higher. Because I think you're no longer, you're smarter than you give yourself credit for. You're more savvy than you give yourself credit for. You can actually aim higher, and you can, like, you're worth that. You can go higher. This is thrown up in 3 readings. Oh. there's been something that you've been reluctant to act on in your world. Act on it. Don't be a pussy. You know, just don't be a wuss puss. Act on it. I think there's something that you've also been thinking to death. Baby, fucking just do it. Like, go for it. Let's launch the thing and see how it goes. You can launch it and go slowly, right? You don't have to put all your eggs in that basket, but put some eggs in that basket. Like, start planting them seeds, okay? Start moving. Stop just thinking about it. I think you've thought enough about it, and it's time to start putting those things into action. Move slowly, or you are putting it into action, and it is going to yield fruit. It is going to yield chickens or birds, whatever is in the eggs. It is going to yield stuff. Go slowly, but move. Go on that journey to invest and start something that you may need to invest in. And I believe over time, you will see those dividends coming in. You will see that, oh, this investment is working. This is like a real investment that you've thought enough about it. You know that it's been something that has been on your mind for forever. Get it out of your mind and get it in reality. And that's the next big thing that's coming for you. That's the next big change that's coming for you. You getting out of your head and into the physical world of like, okay, I have an idea of what I want to do. I'm going to start doing it now. Okay, you're no longer being timid. You're no longer being playing small. You've done enough research. You've done enough work. You've done enough thinking. You have that history of you would know what to do if you need to start pivoting. Okay, you've got this, pal 8. You've got this. 4 of Wands and the Tower in reverse. Okay, I mean, all right. I think the Tower is great here. It sucks, but not really, actually. It just feels like you moving is good. It just really feels like you moving from one state of being of safety into taking risk. But your risk comes in the form of a Knight of Pentacles, okay? It's still a risk because, oh my God, it's the Tower. But it is a calculated risk because you've done so much thinking. You've done so much research. You kind of know what you can do up to a point. So why don't you do that up to a point and see how far you get? So it's not that risky. Like, you have a plan. You have a loose idea. You know more than you think you know. And that's the next big thing. You realizing that you know more than you think you know. You have a lot more to contribute than you think you do. And you actually doing it. Whether it's you doing this thing for yourself, whether it's you doing this for like your body, your wellness, your mental well-being, your health, or it's in your career, your business, whatever. Like, baby girl, move. Fuck. I call everybody girl, but fuck, move. I'm feeling frustrated. You're okay. Like, you can move. You can do the thing. 4 of Wands is here sort of weirdly. Why is 4 of Wands here? I feel like, oh, okay, makes sense. But then I'm like, what the fuck are you here? It's weird. It's like wearing a bathing suit to a wedding. What are you doing? But then it's like, oh, it's a beach wedding. Okay. You're like, that's what? Listen, I think you're fine. 4 of Wands is a bit of stability. 4 of Wands is a bit of fun. 4 of Wands is a little bit of a celebration. That's the thing that's throwing me off. Like, if I got another 4, what is another 4? Swords, cups, pentacles. Fuck. The only stability that comes in 4s is this 4. Maybe the Emperor? I don't think you're in an Emperor mood. I think you have an Emperor vibe to some degree, but you got like an Emperor hand, not a whole Emperor. Not with the way this is going. You maybe get to Emperor status, but you're not quite there yet in your feeling space. So maybe as far as you get is the 4 of Wands. Where the Emperor has said yes to your dream and you're able to move forward, right? Like, your Emperor psyche, somewhere deep, deep, deep in your psyche has said, let's go. You have the order to proceed. And you're like, yay, having a party with the 4 of Wands. This next big thing is good. Like, you're good. You're coming out. For some of you, there is an event coming up and you should attend it. Attend all events. Stop being home all the time. Attend all events. Any and all events. Get out there. As many events as possible. More events than not. If you see an event, plan it on your calendar. Go. Obviously, not every event. I'm thinking 4 out of 5. Okay, like a nice 90% even. 80 to 90, 70% of events, go to them. And I think you'll be able to meet people that are cool and start maybe making connections or something. Or just you start talking about yourself and you'll see that actually you do know more than you think you know, because people will go, oh my God, you know that. You're such a good resource. You know, you'll get that validation from outside, because in your head, it's just doubts, or it's been doubts. And it'll be helpful to see when you meet people in real life that you do have things to offer, and it'll give you that good feedback. It's really good. Okay. I'm singing Strangers Like You as well in my head for you. I was singing it for another pile. If you're feeling drawn to another pile, maybe that's the pile. But I tell you, there's a lot of giggles in that one. Attraction. Abso-fucking-lutely, dude. This makes so much sense for you. You attract the stuff by enjoying this moment fully. 4 of Wands. Fucking go have a party. Go get dressed up. Go get dolled up. Give yourself a reason to get out of your head, out of your house, out of your routine, out of your everything, and go do something different. Go do different things. Go meet different people. Go and do some of those investments. There's something here that is like, there's 2 things going on here. I'm going to clarify for the first time. Can you clarify the 7 of Pentacles? Like what? The Empress. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Yeah. I love it. Look at that. We talk about the Emperor, but you've been an Empress. And the Queen of Swords. But no, there is Emperor energy here. It just, yeah, it's happening. Okay. But yeah, anyway, there's fruit coming your way. And I don't mean like real fruit. Could be. But it's fruit. Fruitful future. There's a fruitful future in your future should you take the steps. That's the next big thing for you. You gotta take the steps and make your plan, go forward, conquer, and also have fun along the way. Like, actually allow yourself to have fun. Celebrate. Party. Balance out the work and the play. Feed your body in the different ways that your body is asking to be fed. You feel me? The 4 of Wands is such a party. It's just party time. But it's also stable. It also talks about romance, society, newly acquired prosperities. That's a party. Tranquility, the fruits of labor, rest after strife. So as you are going on this journey, like, have fun. Rest, relax, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. For some of you, Pile 8, if you're even still listening, there's things that you're about to be fruitful. That was the first card that came out. 7 of Pentacles. But it does feel like it's coming out of also doing something out of sorts. I feel like there's something you're letting go of here as well. Anyway, baby girl. I call everybody girl. The next big thing's coming towards you is abundance, okay? The next big thing's coming towards you, next major life change, is seeing the fruits of your labor. Is seeing the different things that you've been doing being potentially acknowledged by other people. People who want to invest in you and sort of really wanting to like grow you. It could be you wanting to grow yourself. It could be you wanting to grow someone else even, because you have that abundance. Like no, nobody's trying to invest in nobody unless they got some type of abundance, you know. And whatever that goes. But attraction here is giving me a story of things being yours. The negative and positive of a magnet will always attract. And I don't mean that in terms of energy. I mean that in terms of like electromagnetic waves. The attraction of those two will always zoom. What's yours will find you. Keep the dream. I love the Empress for you. I love that it came out to clarify the 7 of Pentacles. That is the best type of 7 of Pentacles. Freaking fruitful. You got another fruitful here with the 4 of Wands. You got things working through. You got abundance. You've got a harvest. 7 of Pentacles sure is a harvest. So you're getting a harvest next, Pile 8. I almost called you Pal 7. You're getting a harvest. You're getting a great harvest. An Empress level harvest. You're getting fruitfulness and accomplishment. You may get money from like a female figure in your life. You may get an investment from a female figure in your life, right? It could be like a mom, a sister, or you may be giving that to a female figure in your life. But whichever way, you're getting something nice. You're being acknowledged for something. I am sensing acknowledgement here. Attraction to me is really giving me vibes of like, it's yours. You are a magnet. You're in the state of magnetizing the things that you are wanting and the things that you want, the things that you want to go for. Like, you're in that state. And so the more opportunities you have to be seen, to be out there, etc., the more better. The more better you're going to attract even more stuff. You know? You still got to be in the vicinity of something for it to be magnetized to you. So I wish you everything, Pal 8. I really do. I love reading for you. That was awesome. We've been hanging out a lot lately. All right, my friend. Keep your light on. Good luck. I'll see you next time. If you'd like a personal reading, feel free to come through. Bye-bye.